of Swords. Okay, the Divine Feminine. The World card. The Six of Swords. The Eight of Wands. And the Four of Swords. So a complete mirror. At the bottom for the both of you is the Page of Cups. A complete mirror, okay? It looks great. So for the Divine Masculine, the Three of Swords, I'm going to go continue with his last reading. And I'm going to say that it's because he's cutting off third parties. I get a sense that some of the Divine Masculines, whether they're Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, don't understand why they have to cut off like their excitement where it means third parties. But then some of them aren't so excited about third parties. They're more just like, this is getting in the way, and they want to cut these feelings and emotions out of relations and any, any promises kept with other people. Okay, I do believe that they want to be able to just offer to the Divine Feminine. This is part of them clearing up their karma, breaking cycles, and stuff like that. Okay, that's what I do believe. This Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is balancing themselves and their lives. Hence why they're throwing away any third parties and ultimate betrayals, heartbreaks, things that kept them back and stagnant in the past, okay? Or even that would in the present or in the future. They're cutting off all ties with anyone who had anything to do with this third party action, okay? And they're going to be, the overall card and energy here is giving one offer and remaining optimistic about a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or for the Divine Feminine. So they're looking for the one true love, okay? That's perfect. With the Six of Pentacles here, it's they're keeping balance in their lives, okay? They're leaving any bad habits behind. They're giving back to people. They're making sure, mostly, like if they're giving to charity and doing things on their own time, that's what this card signifies. But if they're really giving back to their family equally, to people of the third party, I think they're just settling karma, settling debts between people. They may be reaching out to you. They may be reaching out to, whomever. But again, with the Divine Feminine, if you reach out to him, you're going to be one of those people on the floor feeling like you got the smaller end of the stick, okay? So don't do it. If he reaches out to you, let him do that and listen to what he's got to say, and let him be the one who narrates the whole communication. You need say nothing. You need ask for no visit. You need ask or say I love you too. Things like that. Let him be the narrator and you listen, because he's coming back to settle karma and settle debts, feeling like he's giving back to whom he does. I do want to say with this energy though, it could be like a stubborn energy. It could be like an energy where he feels like he's learning and doing things and, for the best of his nature. But since when do you only give physically to one person? So I do want to say that there could be a warning there. Like if you reach out to him, or if you go above and beyond when he's reaching out to you, here's the Two of Cups. It could, I don't believe that it may be an equal give and take. I mean, you both may exchange words and stuff like that, but just let him be the narrator. Let him go through what he needs to go through and learn. If you're trying to take any like major precautions and major steps there, you might end up, just let's go the right course here. Okay, Divine Feminines, we're not on you yet, but the Knight of Wands is here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, passionate. Someone who's passionate here about what they're doing, what they're accomplishing. I feel like there's that point where he's going to feel like he's going to come talk to you, okay, Divine Feminine. And so just let him do what he's got to do. Let him, muster up the courage, but let him get what he has to get out. Let him learn his lessons, because if he reaches out to you and you're just like trying to take, take leadership, okay, that's the word I'm going to use. He won't be able to step into his power. Not these Divine Feminines, not this one. It looks like this one needs, to be able to go out and see the world on his own, okay? Like mama's boy needs to go out and, catch wind, catch earth, and catch fire, okay, on his own. So if he does reach out to you, you follow your heart, Divine Feminine. We'll get into you in a minute, but this is him trying to, like, rehash the past, to be able to settle any debts and karma. This is a Divine Masculine who understands, okay, who's taken the time to think with his Knight of Wands, with the Two of Wands, about why things like this are happening, and finally that he wants to be able to make a move and fix these things, okay? The Ten of Swords. At the end of every night, he'll be upset. He'll be tired, okay? But it's all for an ultimate goal with the King of Cups here that just come out for that. So I do believe that this is just him, at the end of the day. It could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that you're dealing with that just kind of thinks about it and goes, is this even logical? Like, he's just like, oh, I'm so sick. I'm so tired. It's almost like he put those own swords in his back, to be able to stop him from doing any more work and excelling. But that's how we all do. Sometimes we all kind of retreat when there's been a lot going on. We're just like, okay, too much. So we kind of sit down, we lay down. Nonetheless, there are people in his life, I'm sure, that have inflicted pain. Some of them don't like the change, okay, that may be happening with the Divine Masculine, okay. Let's clarify this Three of Swords for the Divine Masculine. Why is the Three of Swords here, Spirit? Three of Swords for the Divine Masculine. Okay, wait. What about this Three of Swords for the Divine Masculine? Okay. So we got one. Kind of stubborn. We got the Four of Pentacles for the Three of Swords. So with that means, okay, so once he's going to eliminate any like third parties, I get a sense from that card that it was something that made him feel fun, free, wild, young, optimistic, and things like that, right? But now we're going to transform that soon into an actual love for one partner. But he's focusing on himself, definitely, while this clarifies the Three of Swords. Then next we have like the Six of Pentacles. So it's clear, it's good to say that he's going in the right direction. Okay, he's definitely focusing on himself. So again, Divine Feminine, there's that warning. But as far as the karmic partner, okay, so he's keeping communication with her. Look who's at the bottom. The Hierophant. So he's definitely focused on himself. He's making his money. He's working. He's taking times out for himself to be able to do what he wants to do with money. So there is part of him who's giving back to charity or, fundraising and stuff like that. He's doing good things with his money. He's making sure that there's an ebb and flow, and even flow. There's like, he's equal give and take. Okay, that's why we saw that Two of Cups there. So there's an equal give and take that he is learning. He's grasping that lesson. That's what it is. Okay, he's learning equal give and take. And he's also settling any debts of karma. Okay, so he's learning equal give and take. That's awesome. So again, Divine Feminines, there's that warning. Let him learn. Let him do what he's got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. Six of Pentacles. What about the Six of Pentacles for the Divine Masculine? Why is it here, Spirit? What about the Six of Pentacles for the Divine Masculine? Okay. That's who wanted to peek out at the bottom, is the Eight of Cups for the Six of Pentacles. Okay, learning equal give and take. When you see this card, there's a lot of representations of this. But I do believe he's following in his intuition on old ways of loving, old ways of being, old institutions even, okay? This man in red with that Hierophant at the bottom is to tell us that that's who he is and that's who he's becoming. This man in red, this man of significance, okay? So he's leaving behind old ways of thinking, old ways of doing. He knows that he's in the process of shedding his skin. Okay, so once you're learning, it's going to the next step. Okay? Anything else I want to say about that card? Let's clarify this Knight of Wands for the Divine Masculine. Knight of Wands for the Divine Masculine. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here, Spirit? What about the Knight of Wands? The Hierophant. And that was such a close call. Some Divine Feminines, you need to be patient. Just be patient. Don't bash him and don't go and love him. Just be patient. Be patient. And not even be patient. Some Divine Feminines need to stop waiting. It's not called the waiting game. It's called the salvation game, if it's even a game. Just work on yourself, okay, so that you don't feel like you're always waiting for someone and for something, because that means you're not working on yourself. The Hierophant, he's coming to come. He's coming to do his thing, okay? The Knight of Wands is that passion. So again, he's going to come to you. That's how you know. He's going to come out to you. And if you've let this journey go, if you've been doing your part, Divine Feminine, okay, it's saying that he's going to be able to come to you and speak to you the way that it's supposed to be. Equal give and take, walking away from old ways and thinking of love, walking away from any stability he had in love, anything that he held on to for a while. Okay, the Knight of Wands is his passion. Okay, it's him going on a romantic adventure. He may not even reach out to you. He's just trying to remember who he is, what romance, what passion, what drive, what communication is to him, what stability is to him. That's the passion that he's going to get to rekindle in himself. Tell me about this Ten of Swords, Spirit. Tell me about this Ten of Swords. Okay? He gets to walk around. He gets to live his life. He gets to do what he's got to do and keep being reminded. At the bottom of the deck is the Justice card. That's him again, I believe. Justice is working for him. Remember, okay, he's like I said, these men in red are him. Okay? Spirit wanted to clarify that. These are him. He's doing what he's got to do. For him to be with somebody that's mature like him, that wants love like him. Okay? 10 of Swords is for the Ace of Pentacles. Go ahead and get back up, honey. Justice is right around the corner. You don't have to feel burnt out because you're doing it all alone. Okay? I know your heart hurts. I know you had to basically stab your own heart, what used to be there, because you had to shed. You had to regenerate a new one, okay? New ways of thinking, new heart, new ways of loving. Okay, for the 10 of Swords, we got the 2 of Wands, okay? So go ahead and think about everything you have to do. Plan. This man is not focused on that relationship, on that marriage. He's focused on himself and his next move. Tell me more about the 10 of Swords. He's focused on his next moves. Let's see about this 10 of Swords. Okay, perfect. The Ace of Wands. He's focused on his next move. Okay, that Knight of Wands, that passion, got him into really realizing, into seeing who he was and his potential. Got him to love who he is. Got him to not be scared of who he is. You know, rid some of his anxiety about leaving and doing things alone. Okay. So now that he's on the floor, now that he's like really feeling alone and like, oh my God, that emotion you get when you're just like, where am I? Why am I doing this? You know, it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius who doesn't understand the aspect of like emotions and love. So he's here, you know, just like completely shot. Doesn't understand the aspects of emotion and love as the whole Kundalini is shot, and especially the heart. He's going back to understand what that was. First of all, what was that shock in my vertebrae? What was that? Seriously, like I'm just moving forward. I'm doing what I got to do. I know what I have to do. It ultimately leads to the Divine Feminine, but it's like that really connected a shock in him. This 2 of Wands says that he's not necessarily worried about that domain, that marriage, that relationship. He's in the middle of a war zone. He's going out to see what else he can do. The ball is in his court. The world is in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. And now he's got this Ace of Wands. He's moving exactly the way that he needs to move. And then the Divine also gave him this Ace of Pentacles. So it's like, go ahead and do what you've got to do. Go on that journey, because the Divine is giving you everything that you need. Everything that you need. These were in front. Everything that you need to be able to go and do what you got to do. Keep going. Keep going. Yes, you're going to go it alone. Yes, you're going to go it alone. Yes, you have to give and do everything on your own, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card. He could get a little lost and astray. The Strength card is here. The Divine is going to be helping him. And look who's right at the top of the deck, the Temperance. Our overall energy for the Divine Masculine is the Page of Cups. This is what he's going to get out of this, even just this 4-card spread. Okay, next video is about this Divine Feminine's World card, 6 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and 4 of Swords. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.